Hey, it's Dacia. Dacia Moore, licensed professional counselor, executive director of Gateway of Hope, and I am super excited to be here with you today. Today is Wednesday, January the 25th, and welcome to Well Women Wednesday. Today I'm going to be giving you just an overview of Well Women Wednesday, and certainly if you're jumping on for the next 15 minutes, I'll be on for 15 minutes. If you're jumping on, I'd love to hear what your word is for the year. I'll tell you mine in a minute. But first of all, this is the intro to Well Women Wednesday. We actually are going to start in a couple of weeks, but today I wanted to share with you what is Well Women Wednesday, why we're doing it, who's doing it, what you can expect, why you should tune in every Wednesday to Well Women Wednesday. Since 2006, Gateway of Hope has been a lighthouse for women in our community. We're located in the Midwest in Olathe, Kansas. We are a nonprofit with a mission statement. Our mission statement says, "We lead women to discover hope, pursue healing, and live in wholeness through counseling, coaching, and support groups." We only serve women ages 15 and older because we want this to be a safe space for women. Whether you come into our space or whether you do teletherapy, we want it to be a safe space for you. Now, we're not a domestic violence shelter. We don't work only with domestic violence folks. We don't have beds or anything like that. We don't offer emergency assistance. But what we do offer are services, mental health services that help women to overcome difficulty. Now, we've been known for our counseling services, and we often help women who are dealing with depression or anxiety. We help women who are dealing with maybe post-traumatic stress or postpartum depression. Some women are coming in because they're having some family conflict, maybe with their adult children. We have a prayer group for praying for your adult children. We are faith-based. We don't proselytize. We welcome women from any faith, all faiths, or you do not have to use your faith. That is up to you. But I'm just sharing with you who we are. So we have women who are struggling with all kinds of things. And, women just have I think, an extra burden of care for the family. Many women are working. They work at home and they work outside of the home. So every woman is a working woman, to be quite honest with you. We don't get away with being able to sit on the couch and relax and watch the game or go to play golf. We have to worry about what are the kids doing, what's for dinner, what's for lunch tomorrow, do we have groceries in the refrigerator, all those kinds of things. And I'm happy to do that, but I also need a space where I am understood and where I can talk about things that are important to me and figure out a balance for my life. So as I mentioned, Well Women Wednesday is being sponsored by Gateway of Hope, and we are known for our counseling services. But Well Women Wednesday is going to be about coaching. It's not going to be about counseling. So let me share with you the difference between coaching and counseling. Counseling is when you look back at your life, you look back over your life and you think things over, and you look at maybe what has happened in your past that is affecting your present. And so a lot of times counseling is getting over past hurts, disappointments, regret. A lot of time counseling has to do with forgiveness of self, forgiveness of and those are all important journeys for each of us to take. But coaching is different. And let me give you an analogy. So the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, are in the NFL Conference Championship. They are going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals, I think Sunday. I'll just wait for my family to tell me when to sit down in front of the TV. But I know it's a big game. And I also know that they are against an opponent that is worthy, a worthy opponent. We actually have lost to the Bengals 3 times, I believe. So you can be sure that right now, every single Kansas City Chief is listening to his coach. Every single Kansas City Chief who's going to be on that field on Sunday, it has a coach. And that coach's job is to help that player with their skill level, help that player see their blind spots, help that player get their mind right, help that player with the micro skills and the small skills and the basics, as well as the big skills. Not only to help that individual player, but to help the team. You can best believe that the coaches are working with them now, and they have several coaches on the Kansas City Chiefs team. And that is how you can rise to a level of success, by getting coaching that from people who are outside of your circle, who can give you knowledge and help you understand and apply and help you be accountable. And that's the other thing that coaches do that's different from counseling. A coach will ask you and point out to you when you are doing things right. Hey, that's great. Do that again. Do more of that. Or when you're not doing things right. You know what? You might want to stop doing that. You might want to turn that down. You might want to shift this way, shift that way. That is what a coach does. Is a coach holds you accountable to what you say you want. And Well Women Wednesday is our way at Gateway of Hope to help women to be accountable to the progress that you want to make in 2023. So I'm going to be here every Wednesday from 12 to 12:15. We have other coaches who are going to join us from different parts of, from different specialties, I should say. And so I just want to invite you because I think it will help you. And I want you to like us on Facebook, tell your friends about it, because this is one way to hold yourself accountable to your goals that you want in 2023. Coaching is goal-oriented. All right, that's the difference between coaching, which is goal-oriented and future-focused, and counseling, which is past-focused and really more about recovery and healing. So I really wanted to make sure that we have a good understanding of what Well Women Wednesday is going to be. Again, it's going to be every Wednesday from 12 to 12:15. And you're going to be hearing from, we've got 4 great coaches that are going to be jumping on with me every Wednesday. We're going to have tools for you that you can go to the Gateway of Hope website. Gateway of Hope is a nonprofit. We exist to help women have better lives. Again, our mission statement says we lead women to discover hope, pursue healing, and live in wholeness. So Well Women Wednesday is our attempt in 2023 to help you live in wholeness. And I know that you will benefit from that. All right, so I've got a few minutes left. If you are on, and I am new to Facebook Live, so this is an experiment for me, but that's okay because I like learning new things. I want to know, I can't tell if anybody else is on, because I really want to know, what is your word for the year? You know, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, I guess I could put a question in here. Let me see. What is your word for the year? A lot of people have New Year's resolutions. And, but some people are moving to a word for the year. And if you saw me on Instagram last week, my word for the year is resolute. And I had to write down the definition because that's not a word that I use often. And it's resolute is purposeful, being purposeful, determined, and unwavering. And I want to be purposeful, determined, and unwavering as I move toward 2023. I'm very goal-oriented. I have a skill for, if I know where I'm going, I can figure out the steps to get there. And I am a woman of great Christian faith, and so I pray about what I'm going to do, and then I do it. And I have been blessed to be very successful at that, and I certainly want to help other people. So, my word for the year is resolute. I am determined, I am unwavering, and I am purposeful about moving in the direction of my goals. And my other word for the year is say it. And say it talks about giving myself permission to say what I need to say that I think will help other women. And that is why I am doing Well Women Wednesday every Wednesday, because I am committed to saying it and I am resolute to help. So I can't see any comments to see if anybody is putting in well, it's not the chat, putting in your word, but I want to know, what is your word for the year? What is your word for the year? Because letting us know what your word for the year is will help the different coaches to come up with tools and tips that will help you. So if you're watching this right now live, and I don't see anybody watching live, but you might be, and I just can't tell, and that's okay. But if you're watching this later, type in your word for the year, because I would love to make this more of a conversation. I'll be bringing those other coaches on, and we want this to be a really good opportunity to help you, and maybe you can help somebody else. We are a community. We want to create more of a community in the coaching space. And I find that a lot of people just don't know what coaching is. They don't think they can do anything with a coach. They think it's too expensive. But just like counseling, coaching is an investment. I have a coach. I have had a counselor. I want to turbocharge my progress. I don't want to try to figure it all out myself. I don't have that much ego where I have to know everything. When I went through the Kauffman School of Business, the Kauffman Center here, way back in, well, I won't tell you how long, but it was one of their first fast-track business courses for entrepreneurs. And there are several things that stuck with me. One is, as a business owner, never, ever, 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 ever run out of money. Now, you would think that is self-evident. But as a business owner, as a solopreneur, a lot of people have a vision, you have a dream, and you're putting all your money into it, and you're not watching the financials. The other thing they told me is your money tells a story. Your financials tell a story, and that is so true. So yeah, you have a dream, but you have to look at your financials to see how things are going. And if it looks like the money is getting low and you don't have access to additional capital, you might have to make some decisions to roll some things back, slow some things down. So the third thing that I remember that relates to our conversation today is have a team. Have a team of people. As a business owner, and as a nonprofit director, and listen, a nonprofit is a business. The only difference is we don't have shareholders who are looking for a profit, but we want to make a profit because that will go back into the mission. We are mission driven instead of profit driven, but it is a business. So anybody that you know, and if you have a nonprofit, you already know that. You spend half of the time on your mission, but you probably spend more time on the business of the ministry or the business of the nonprofit, because a nonprofit is a business. And the advice that was given to me is have a team of people. Don't be the Lone Ranger. Operating a business, running a nonprofit is not for Lone Rangers. And I'm a loner by nature, but I have had to come out of my comfort zone, hire a lawyer. We have an accountant, we have an auditor, you need a lawyer, because sometimes people act crazy and you just need you need to have a lawyer to access and ask questions, because people are litigious and you don't want to, be on the wrong side of the law. So, and a business coach. You might also want a personal coach. So that's if you run in a business, you have a team of people, or you need to think about getting a team of people because you want to hear and get different opinions. Well, you have your own personal economy. You are leading yourself. You have goals and dreams that you want. Have a team of people around you that are going to help you get there. And that is the whole point of Well Women Wednesday. Okay, I can see my time is up, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you tune in and put it on your in your reminders every Wednesday from 12 to 12:15. Well Women Wednesday here on Facebook Live. And tell your friends, and I'll see you next week. And be sure to tell me what your word of the year is so that we can share that and help to prepare for our future life coaching sessions. All right, bye-bye.